Hello, and welcome back to my 5-year plan playthrough of RP-1. We've got, yes, we're landed on Phobos. We're waiting for Soyuz training to finally complete. Um,
Training seems to have been the bane of your existence these last few years.
yep.
Game years.
Yeah, it's been long enough since I played that I've forgotten just how long everything takes. Oh yeah, I did the coloring thing that you suggested.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I can tell the difference here, so that's cool.
Yeah, that seems easier to read to me, so hopefully it's what people prefer.
Yeah, it's much easier for me to read. I can actually read it.
Well, that's a good start.
Yes.
That help. Yeah, normally if you want to use those two-tone style buttons, you want to create a mask under the text or something like that, but
Yep.
Kerbal didn't do that.
I also figured out what I'm going to do with the programs, which I think we briefly talked about before, which doesn't actually require upgrading mission control administration, although I guess I will eventually, which is trade in all 3 programs at once, since I've completed the objectives on all of them, and get Mars Surface and Brood Lunar.
Okay.
Because that's also 7 slots.
Yep. I feel like the number of slots should be somehow more prominently displayed.
Yeah.
Like maybe putting it on the button on the
Over here.
right side of it.
Over here, you mean, or?
Yeah, on the right side.
Oh, over here.
Sorry, no, on
Oh,
the
the
right
right
side,
side of the buttons that are on the left.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, yeah, I think that's reasonable. Also, I really we need a better word than slots. Hey, Squirrel. Because right now my admin building is using 3 slots, even though it has 7 slots. Like, it's very confusing. Versus it says I have 7 slots, so why can't I have 7 programs? I can only have
just
3.
stretch that thing, the width of the number of slots it's taking. No, kidding. Don't do that. Slots was already hard to find, like when
Yeah,
we
I remember.
points. So
Yeah.
I'll see if there was a different suggestion there.
Yeah. Yeah, there we don't have good options. It's true.
I mean, use like capacity.
Yeah.
Last time I looked in the thesaurus, there wasn't a lot of great options, so I'll look again.
All right, so we're gonna do. Right, let's get the mission training done. I also have a boatload of funds right now because I'm not actually using engineers.
Mm.
That will change. We also need something where you have to have engineers around when you have stuff on the pad, but the problem is we can't. I guess maybe the solution to that is no. I don't have a good solution to that.
I don't have one that feels like it's small in scope.
Yeah, I was going to say something like they start rolling back automatically if you don't have any engineers left. But what if you have 1 engineer left?
Oh, I was thinking, like, if you're calling them warehouse operations, you could have warehouse workers.
Yeah, but again, if they're not doing any active operations, right? Like there's no time associated with this, so there's no rate from the workers. So one worker is equivalent to infinity workers.
Right.
That's the problem. Like we could enforce that you need what just why? Oh, guess I have that alert. Also, what was this? Oh, that's my right. That was my target. What caused? Huh. Wonder what thing interrupted my warping. Okay, so this is testing the new UI functionality where it hides the on GUI UI so you can actually see the pop-ups.
Mhm.
Mission training complete.
You could do something where you enforce that, like you need X number of workers per rocket that's sitting there. And if you tried to reduce below that on the LC, it complained to you, and maybe those workers don't count for construction either. It feels fiddly, feels overly fiddly.
Yeah, that's the thing. All right, so let's warp to daylight because I'd want to do this in the day. All right, that's bright enough. Okay, so let's try to do a docking. We'll see how this works. Well, we'll see.
Low squirrel and no Mr. Bond.
Oh, no, Mr. Brown, I missed that. Um, you had also said hi. Welcome. All right, so first we launched the target. Why did the rocket just tilt? That was strange.
Well, I didn't see it.
Okay, so I think I actually want to go to 300. And a slightly higher inclination. Um, okay, we have ridiculous quantities of delta V. 12 kilometers per second delta V. Why did I do it this way instead of with a single block L? That was dumb.
Oh,
I think because it's not actually cheaper.
yeah, I think that was true.
Yeah,
Also,
I
you would
think
have had to switch the avionics around.
yeah. All right, so we're going to go high. we're still going to have 2.5 kilometers per second to spare.
Not that you can use it for anything because you don't have
Right.
another restart.
Right. Okay, so let's do this.
We'll just add to the tension of the docking since, they'll be docking with a bomb.
Yes. I mean, we're decoupling it, so.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I want a small and maneuverable docking target, since it will be the primary docker, given how horrible the controls on Soyuz are.
Thesaurus.com start playing a musical ad.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was switched over to watch you, of course, and looking for a text, and I was like, where is this music coming from? I don't have, literally anything except those 2 tabs open. It's like, why? Why, you jerks?
What is going on here? That was... What the heck?
You...
Did we overpitch? How?
Yeah, you lowered pitch rate.
Yeah. What the heck?
I think Squirrel's right. Roton engineer.
Something is extremely, extremely, extremely strange. We had no failures. We pull up the flight recorder, I guess. Yeah, we had... Oh. I wonder if even then our pitch was too much and we... Yeah. Alright, well it means that Q alpha is not limited enough on this launch vehicle. If that happened. But it's still absolutely bonkers that it just... We're pitching down, we pitched up a little, and then we lost it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem... I think you should refly this.
Yeah. That was extremely weird. It is a sign that Q alpha limit is too high, though, for sure. and let's pitch a little less. We're still pitching over too much. What is going on here? Why are we pitching over more than I'm asking for? We are at... Yep, yeah, so Q alpha limiting isn't limiting. And we're pitching over way too much because we're only 70. Oh no, actually that is about right.
Is it? You're down to like, you were down to 42.
70 seconds. Oh no, yeah. 70 seconds and we were down to like 46 degrees. So yeah, that's wrong.
35 or less.
Other way around, but yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh
yes, I mean you should have traversed 35 degrees.
Yes, yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, that's extremely strange. Oh, because I'm Q alpha limited on initial pitch. That's what's going on. So we need a faster pitch start. Yes, I bet that's the problem. Yeah, I bet you that I didn't notice this, but I bet you this was highlighted during much of that ascent, which also Flight Recorder would have confirmed because Flight Recorder was showing basically 0 AOA. Which means we would have been extremely limited by Q to fly a 0 lift descent. Yeah, see right now we're flying negative AOA. And at some point when dynamic pressure gets high enough, we'll lock onto, yep, and that time is now. We will effectively lock onto no angle of attack.
Right.
Because see, we're above our velocity vector already. So we're already pitching over more than I asked for. I bet you before with the slower turn start, we were really pitching over way too much. Yeah, that didn't make as much of a difference as I'd expect. kablooey.
I mean, I can see what's happening. I just don't understand why it's happening with this rocket, but it
Not
did
the
not
others.
Yeah.
It's happening with this rocket and not the others because in this rocket, because I'm going to 300 kilometers, closed loop wants us to fly a super high pitch ascent, which means we enter closed loop super early.
Right.
And then want to fly that that pitch for a while. Whereas on the other rockets, we entered it late enough that despite not actually flying the pitch program I asked for, we ended up with the correct pitch. I think that's what's going on.
Okay. Yes.
That's my hunch.
I hear you.
It's just an artifact of I was using those numbers to control, like basically we deviated from the desired pitch program very quickly in all of my launches. It's just I was using those numbers to control initial pitch enough that we ended up at the right pitch when closed loop guidance engaged. So yeah, everything makes sense now, I think. And it's because I was never actually watching the angle of attack indicator to see it go positive. Yep, it's already gone positive, which means we're already wanting to fly higher pitch.
Yeah, though your pitch rate is really low now.
Yes. Yeah, but my memory from Ferrum doing this way back in the day, flying manual ascents to orbit, was you want to hit about 1 kilometer per second at 45 degrees if you're going to 300 kilometers. On ammonia. In our case, we want to fly above that line because we're not using this whole stage, which means our time to orbit is lower. Nope. So this is the pitch that we actually want to fly, apparently.
Well, now your time to orbit will be longer.
Yes, although still not super long. And we still have a km sec to spare. Range would have totally blown the launch vehicle in real life. Although,
yeah, obviously.
Although my recollection is that Star City doesn't actually have range control. So maybe not in Soviet service.
Yeah, I mean, the communist way is to drop stages onto villages intact, full of NTO.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kazakh steppe is not exactly as populated as the Eastern Seaboard.
Sure.
But yes.
I guess Xinjiang isn't either.
Sorry?
Sorry, the Chinese do the same thing.
Yeah.
Onto
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the Chinese were the ones who actually did it, as far as I'm aware.
yeah.
Well, that was an interesting interlude.
So a big chunk of rocket to burn here.
Yes, we're going to have the burn down to end all burn downs.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're reattaching but preserving a LAN. I mean, our steering losses are actually not that bad, all things considered. The steering losses are horrific because of the whole, like, flip around a few times thing. But
Yeah.
the cosine losses of this insertion are actually not that bad.
Yeah, I mean you aren't that far off your angle. Your angle of attack was never higher than like 20, 25 degrees. The gravity loss is pretty harsh too.
Yeah.
Is that not backward?
Huh?
Are those the back of the panels?
No?
Oh yeah, they were just very shiny.
Yes. All right. Well, yes, that was quite the interlude. And the reason I launched it so high is because
Well, your astronauts catch up to it.
yeah, because we're launching them later.
Yeah, but later doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be behind them in the orbit.
Huh? Yeah, they will.
Oh, you're going to launch immediately.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind.
I'm doing a land dog leg.
Okay.
I mean, Lamont gives me a feature, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, let's see how it works out. Yeah, definitely wobbling.
Yep. Yeah, we're not even level. All right. Principia, KSP features. Select, oh, it's actually through there. Okay. Now, its LAN is 201.17. Override. Last stage is 4. We want to go to, let's try 250. Oof, not quite. Yeah, that's more reasonable. All right, let's see if this works. Do these numbers make sense? These numbers, I think we want that. That's the wrong LAN. Launching to manual LAN. Now we're correct. Yep. Yes, it's doing the thing. LAN and inclination are correct. Yeah, now that I'm paying attention, look at that.
Jack is high.
Yeah, it's just the fact that we're still 20 degrees off. Where we want to be. that things are going to end up. I think we're overlofting. Okay, I could have gone a little higher, but it's fine.
Well, it's not like the fixed pitch rate thing was ever true thing anyway, when you had to also maintain low Q.
Yes. Yeah, there's the pitch down, so yeah, we overlofted. But that's fine. Huh. That keeps ticking down. Maybe we don't actually have enough delta V. Maybe I overlofted too much. Oh yes, of course. That's why the delta V costs are higher than I expected, because we're doglegging. Okay, let's see how much of the 70 meters per second we lose. Oh, we actually gained a little. That's cool. Probably because this rolled well on the residuals roll.
Well, your land starts changing faster. Well, I'm just watching your land change, and it hasn't. It's gone down by half a degree, and maybe it's accelerating.
Yeah, it's because when we initially launched, we launched more or less straight, which meant a constant land and a weird inclination. Now we're so we're performing the dog leg. Now we're correcting,
Yeah.
and so the land actually starts to change.
No, but I mean, I had started watching it after the spacecraft's attitude was off its prograde. Yeah, it seems to have accelerated.
Yeah, I don't know why it accelerated, per se.
I mean, your thrust is higher, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that may be what's going on. Also, we're
Or it
getting
may just be
marginally
getting,
close. We're getting marginally close to the equator, too.
yeah.
Okay, just about at insertion. All right. So we're going to have to do a plane change. The heck? Why do the solar panels not have solar modules on them? That's weird.
Yep.
Could have sworn I checked config cache when I released RO. Cool. Well, let's hope we have enough battery. All right. We have battery for 2 days. That's fine. We'll be fine. Make sure all the experiments are running. They are. That's 2 days. That's an hour. We already did that one? Why did I fly an experiment we'd already done? That's weird.
Mm.
Oh, I have a sinking suspicion.
What's wrong?
No, if that were true, it would have shown up. I was going to say because we left the no the orbital module re-entered because we decoupled it after retrofire last flight. All right, so let's go ahead and rendezvous, and we'll do it from the other craft because it has all the delta V in the world. Can't we? Oh, well, we can switch to that way. Okay. Select U. Target EC. We've just passed. Oh no, the opposite direction. 11 minutes and 33 seconds. Let's get the flight planner up. Wrong way. Okay. And I think I actually want to disable 2 engines for now. Okay. There. Now, let's add a maneuver in 3 minutes. Minus 50. And let's look over the course of a day.
It's like you need to do a few orbits before you do this maneuver.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. If I look in ECI, we're at 300 kilometers. And I want to get down to something like 220. That's reasonably close. That'll do. All right, so now how close are we all?
Guess you'd have to wait for like 6 hours.
I think that's too far. Or maybe not.
Yeah, I think your first spacecraft is like 10 minutes ahead, and there's probably a 2-minute delta between the two orbits.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. Yes, we got to wait 10 hours.
There's a 1-minute delta between the orbits.
Let's get a little closer. Okay. So we're going to get real close. It's the wrong way. Let's try this. All right, so we can get under a kilometer with this. And I think the reason we can't get closer is by then our inclinations will have diverged a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, within 100 meters. That's pretty good. I would call that pretty good.
Yeah, that's probably too good.
Why
No, I
too?
mean they wouldn't let a trajectory be that close for a docking
Oh
maneuver.
yeah, in real life for sure. And we have ludicrous quantities of electricity. So, let's go ahead and warp.
Weird how your RCS are going nuts.
My RCS was going nuts because there's different thrust from the two engines because they have a lot of variance. All right, so that was imperfect, but hundred meters. That's not as good as before, but it's still fine. So instead what I'll do is make a new maneuver. That's in 43 minutes. In 40 minutes. Let's zoom in real tight. And oh, I can't. All right, let's vary this a little bit. Okay, that flattens that out. Whoa. Um,
Pushed your maneuver too far in the future.
oh, yeah, you're right. You are correct. Okay, 13
That's real
meters
good.
seems fine. What?
I was saying that's good. That's all.
Yeah. All right, let's try this now. Okay, so closest approach, not quite as good as we hoped. but it's fine. Do I seriously not have distance to target on anywhere around here?
555 meters away. You can see the target. It's kind of under the surface window.
Ah. Oh, it's the stock KSP display.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
no,
target
it's
info.
just I can just see it. Cool. Yeah. Okay, we'll get some nice closure. Of course, it's on the dark side of the planet. Okay.
And they definitely wouldn't let you do this.
Yes. Okay. We've arrived. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Set as target. Control from here. And so now let's close Principia. And Okay. Son of a gun. We lost comms. Well, it's
Oh
fine.
no.
It's fine. We did the hard part. All right. 50 centimeters a second closure. Let's back off to 20. Ten. Uh,
Joe didn't engage.
why are we not docking? That's confusing.
There's a separate docking part on the. Nope, guess not.
Port name. Wait, did the port... Did we configure it wrong? Soyuz
No,
Progress TKS 7K docking port. Yeah, that's just wrong. That's super annoying. It's not configured correctly.
ugh, sorry, that sucks.
Yeah, they're configured differently. Well, I'm going to claim that I completed the contract because, objectively speaking,
Yeah, it's also been over an hour.
yes. So we're going to back away slowly. I guess I would have had to do something silly like fly the orbital module probe on the probe.
I thought we looked last time and there was no other options.
Yeah, there weren't any other options in the part list, so I would have had to fly an actual orbital module with no crew. So we're just going to complete the experiment. Okay, so transfer everything here. Yeah, it claims that we already did simple organism egg growth, so I missed out on like 20 odd science. That's annoying.
Excuse me.
Claims we have 14 seconds left on that, even though okay, sure. Okay, so we'll re-enter on the next orbit.
All right, not sneeze too much.
Sorry?
I said I'm trying not to sneeze too much.
Yeah. All good.
Pretty successful mission today. Get
Yep.
extra style points for the 720 your rocket did.
Yeah, this was ridiculous. Such a series of own goals.
It wouldn't be KSP if something funny didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we get to do a ballistic reentry because we still don't have the. I guess I have actually unlocked all the tech now, so we could just swap out the heat shield, but at least I figured out what was making it pitch wildly before.
Yeah, that was nuts.
This entire spacecraft program has been cursed.
Yeah, pretty sad how the engineers put a piece of the fuel tank in front of one of the thrusters.
Yeah. All right, that should be good enough. All right, let's do the decoupling. Oh yeah, it clipped the heat shield, I forgot. Okay. Down we come. That's some pretty brutal G's.
They're used to it by now.
And there's the main chute. Get rid of the heat shield. And down we come.
Well, they're down safely, so it's a win.
Yep.
Now you can take Lunar and start the end game.
Yep. And fix the bugs in RO. Okay, got a bunch more science, which gave us a bunch more efficiency. We're good. All right, I'm going to call it quits there.
Yep, sounds good.
It's coming by.
I will see you again soon.
That's good. And thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll catch you next time.